Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Erin and I do mostly budgeting videos like the one you're about to see here. All right, thank you so much for tuning back in. As you know, this is a video I've been looking forward to do. I've been working really diligently on my May and June budget kits. And if you are interested, the May kit, which I'll do a quick flip through, is still available if you would like to request access to download it. It is on my Google Drive. All you have to do is request the access. I get an email, I grant permission, you get notified, and then the file is yours absolutely free of charge. So it's just my way of giving back to those who support my channel, those who have been waiting around for a while while I was on hiatus, let's just call it hiatus, and still here, you know, showing your support. So I will have June's up, but I would like to reserve these for subscribers. So if you haven't already subscribed, I would love if you decided to do so. And also if you're on TikTok and you want to join me over there, the link for my TikTok, the handle is in the description as well. So let's just get right into this. This is my tool notebook cover. If you guys have been here for a while, you're probably you know what this is. You've heard about it many times. So what I'm going to do is remove all this old content and pages and put these aside. And I think I'm going to take the ones that I actually worked on and archive those. So I am going to follow this up with a video where I show you, this planner is old. Oh my gosh, how old is this? This is a Happy Planner. I don't even know when it's from. Probably 2022 when I was using this and started creating my own planner pages. But anyways, so I went over briefly my monthly income situation. And I did get a comment, and I think it was just a genuine question about the increase in our mortgage is still well within the percentage that maybe a financial advisor or bank would be comfortable with you taking out for your monthly mortgage. And while I agree that our income is still good and you know, we're not struggling to pay the bills or anything, I wanted to say that the reduction in our income is still felt by us. And the reason for that is we went from a couple extra $1,000s a month that we were able to allocate for savings, spending, you know, intentional purchases that we planned for and didn't have to use credit cards for. And we were also paying extra on our mortgage whenever we could. So those things are no longer possible. At least not to the extent that I would like them to be. And the reduction in income is due to a reduction in commission for sales for my husband. And it's industry-wide, so it's not anything he's doing wrong. But that lesser income, we are feeling it. And no matter how much money you make, if you take a hit of several $1,000s a month, you know, you're going to feel it. And the reason why it's important to us, and especially at this age, is because our house payment more than doubled. And I'm not saying that's anybody's fault or, you know, it's, you know, this is on me for sure. But I'm also going to be 50 this year. And we just signed up for a 30-year mortgage. So the payment that you're seeing, you know, I would be really happy if that was like for a 20-year mortgage. I'd be ecstatic if it was for a 15-year mortgage. But we're talking about a 30-year mortgage, which means if we did nothing different and we were in this house for the next 30 years, I would not be able to, or we would not be able to pay it off until I'm 80 years old. And that's just not something I'm comfortable with. So it is an issue. And I think that anytime, like I said, your income has changed in a drastic manner, even if you can still pay your bills, even if you still have some excess left at the end of the month, if you're not able to reach your goals and you're not able to add to savings or to retirement in, you know, a reasonable, you know, a reasonable rate, it's an issue. So yes, we can pay our bills. Yes, we can pay this mortgage. You know, yes, we are not behind on anything, and we're not severe. Oh my gosh, do you see how I hole punch this? This is why I'm trying to force it in. We're not severely behind in credit cards or anything like that, or credit card debt. We're not severely in debt, but the mortgage makes a huge, huge difference. And it is something that eventually we will need to figure out if this is the house for us. If interest rates will come down and we're able to refinance. If commissions at his job take a turn and they go back up to where they were when we made the decision to get this house. There's a lot of factors that are in play about it. So while it, you know, on paper, you know, it doesn't look like there's really any issue to be concerned about, things aren't always as black and white as they may appear to be. So that's my full explanation about, you know, the changes and why I feel like, you know, we're just not in as much of a secure space as we were before. So, you know, we'll see how it works out. But for the most part, what I'm doing now is getting back on track. I'm using budgeting kits again. I am going to be doing videos to remain accountable. I'm going to be sharing with you, which helps me remain accountable. And I'm also going to be doing as much as I can to stash away any extra that we have. But our mortgage is still pretty sizable, even though we put a pretty good chunk of change on this house. You know, from the sale of our last one, our mortgage is still pretty sizable. So, you know, paying any extra really isn't going to make much of a difference at this point unless we start making, you know, extra $1,000 payments a month or whatever the case may be. But it's all subjective. All our budgets are different. All our situations are different. I'm sure some people can look at our income and they can say, wow, you know, you're in a really good position. Like, you know, that's a lot of money. And there are other people who look at it and say, wow, that's what 2 people are bringing in. I bring that in by myself. And I think that TikTok videos have really, because I do follow a lot of budget accounts there, but those videos especially can really humble you when you're seeing 24-year-olds who are making, you know, between $10,000 and $15,000 a month on their own. And they've got Roth IRAs and they're funding, you know, their extra retirement accounts, their 401k, and they're making all these extra payments and they're getting ready to buy a place. And I'm like, whoa, I'm 50 years old this year and I just signed on for a 30-year mortgage of which I need to pay $2,400 a month to. So it's all how you look at it. It's all the lighting that's shed on your situation. And I think that sometimes it's great to watch videos to get ideas and inspiration on how you can work your budget and how you can do things and create your setup. But it also can be frustrating because you see this and you're like, holy cow, I didn't realize how behind I really am in the game of life. So I'm just putting it out there. I'm very honest with you guys. In fact, I'm going to be transferring the information because this is not two-sided. I printed everything two-sided. I'm going to be transferring this information onto here very soon. But I'm very honest with you guys, and I never, you know, I never try to paint myself in a light that's better or worse than anybody else, but we're all trying to, you know, do our best in our own journey. And I hope that that kind of answers that question, because I definitely don't want to sit here and say, look at all this income, yet I'm complaining because we have enough to pay our bills and then some, and I'm still crying about it because I can't buy or go on vacation. We don't go on vacations. We don't have a boat. We don't have expensive hobbies. We really don't do anything. So anything that we've been doing over the past few years have just been to get us ahead and to get us in a comfortable spot, because retirement is coming, because, you know, there's a lot, we're just entering in a different phase of life eventually. And so I know that's still a few years off. I wanted to be able to quit my job. If you look at our income and you look at our bills that we have due, that's not possible, you know? So, and I have my reasons for wanting to quit, but I'm just saying there's so many different factors that go into these statements and go into our personal budgets and how we feel about them and the confidence and security we feel financially. And so I just wanted to put that out there, and I hope that many of you have stuck around to the very end just to hear the whole explanation. I know it's kind of boring, but it does set the stage for how I'm doing things moving forward. Yeah, and if you have any other questions, just leave them down below. I love to engage and to have conversations, and if there's anything I need to explain a little bit more in depth, I welcome the opportunity to do so. I'd really like to grow this channel. I'd like to grow my presence on TikTok because I'm really enjoying it, and I'll tell you, when I had YouTube out of my life, and when I didn't have my crafting to do, when I didn't have my videos to create here, when I got out of those habits, I really felt a depression. I felt a loss. And I can tell over the past week, since I've started to re-energize all this and work on these designs and re-engage with some of you that I've become friends with, I feel so much happier. And there's something to it. So I wanted to thank you, because you being here is actually more valuable and meaningful to me than you realize. See you next time.